To recreate the natural cycle and make water from thin air, first a series of plastic pipes is cooled by pumping icy seawater through them. This seawater is then sprayed onto an absorbent mesh surface. As warm sea air passes through the mesh, the seawater turns to vapor, leaving its salt behind. The sea breeze then carries the vapor back to the cooled pipes where the water condenses, forming droplets of fresh water. Finally, the fresh water is collected in a tray, ready for use. Unlike typical desalination plants, the Teatro del Agua needs no fuel. It harnesses the natural forces of sea, sun, and wind. Result? An unending supply of fresh water and a spectacular backdrop for an open-air theater.
The water theatre would create enough water for a city. So as well as being a fantastic place to go and experience outdoor concerts and so on, it's doing something very useful. It's creating huge amounts of fresh water from seawater.
The Eden Project has transformed the greenhouse. This project could transform the globe.
I think we are going to see more and more examples of this kind of technology around the world and hopefully celebrated in all sorts of architectural forms. It's performing a very useful function, it's creating water, but there are other opportunities as well to create fantastic public buildings, to create exciting architecture that engages people.
The water theatre could be implemented on any scale in places where it's hot and sunny and where there isn't sufficient fresh water. This project has the potential to change the world.
Your life in the 21st century. High-tech, sophisticated, but still dependent on the basic eternal necessities of life. Food, shelter, energy, and above all, water. You can live weeks without food, but just days without water. In a place like this, just hours. Mankind's entire history springs from water. Civilization arose around bodies of water. The world's great cities spring from great rivers. Yet what other element is so taken for granted?
Most of us don't realize how precious water is. You can't do anything without water. So we need to find more ways of providing fresh water for humanity and for the environment.
We need to think of using water much more sparingly and more ingeniously.
We must find solutions to it, because solutions to water also solve the problems of the planet.